if only my life was more like 1983.
Alright, so Esteban Jr. What do I call you? What do you call you? Junior or Esteban?
Yeah, just call me Junior. I moved from Queens. I'm originally from Queens, New York. And so I moved to Connecticut when I was 2 years old. And don't get me wrong, like I go back to New York frequently because that's my second home, if anything. New Orleans will always be my first home. I attended Norwich Public Schools, and then eventually I went to then moved to Groton, and then in Groton I went to Eastern Point. I remember Eastern Point was a great time. So sad that it was cut short, and my family moved to New London, and yeah, like. And just to go deep on this one, because this will reflect, you know, the changes one goes through in life without even realizing it. I remember I had a solid group of friends, second grade. I remember that, and dude, just moving away. Oh my lord! But like, no, like I'm not saying that, you know, life will take its turns, and I respect it a lot. You know, I respect it a lot. God does what He wants, and you know, respect it. Imagine being a little kid and then you just switch schools, and you know your friend group, you don't see them again for years on later. That's just huge. But you know, moving to New London, I love New London. No complaints, man. I met my homeboy Brandon. Yeah. My other homeboy Izell. Shout out to Izell.
Zion.
Shout out to the codename Zion.
The military now.
Military. He's in the Marines, man. I hope he's doing real good. He is doing real good actually. He's been busy, real busy. But no, yeah, in New London I started at Jennings School, man. Jennings, oh my. Yo, there's one school I'd love to tour again, like just to visit, to see like all the parents, not the parents, the teachers and stuff, because I miss the teachers. They're a huge influence on my life. It's probably Jennings School. Like, I appreciate every school I went to, but Jennings School, I felt like the most, like, I felt really, really happy being at school. And then who came later? My boy, codename Marte. Codename Marte came. That was my boy. Yo, my boy. He came. It was just a great time, and then we all went to the drop. That was awesome,
the drop,
dude.
Man, the drop.
Yo, dude, the drop. You do. Oh my gosh, dude. Till this day, dude, I appreciated the drop so much that I eventually went back to work for Ms. D. I love the drop. Like the drop did so much for me. It gave me friends that I call to this day. And I want to say, I mean, just in general, you know, good after school programs and educational initiatives like that. Yeah. You know, they last a long time, and they'll be with you for a while, because the experiences you get, like drop was not only an after school program, it was also a summer program, and through that, oh my, like every summer, it was every day we were doing something. It was so overwhelming as a little kid. Like it'll be the aquarium, then the College pool, then it'd be Ocean Beach, then it'd be the zoo, and then it'd be the roller rink on Friday, and then you run it back again the next week. I remember during school, public schools, they had to take the Connecticut Mastery test. Remember the CMT?
Yeah.
Oh my lord, those days were the worst, because you'd be testing all day, and it was 3 times a year, dude. Yeah. It was 3 times a year, but I remember so clearly, because you do it every year, 3 times a year, but dude, at the end of the day, you just get on that bus with everybody, all your friends, and then you head on to drop. I wish, you know, to this day, I sort of wish that, you know, in the future, I can hopefully live. You know, like I've been thinking this since I was a little kid, and I'm still thinking now. Like it'll be amazing if there's, you know, like when I was a little kid, I used to imagine, like, yo, I want to live in like a neighborhood where I live in a house, and my best friend lives next door, and then my other best friend lives next door, then my other friend lives across the street, and we're all next to each other. But dude, that's how life is. Like our best friend Izell, dude, Zion, man, he's over there in North Carolina. He might be, I think he's going overseas soon. Then we got other friends that are across the country, down in Florida, down in Atlanta. You know, like, in this life, man, yo, you meet so many people, man. You meet, especially when you branch out, you move out, and you check out, you explore, you meet so many people, so many cool people. But at the end of the day, bro, you're your own person, you know. Me, my whole life, I always want to be part of a group of people. But at the end of the day, like, you know, like, you are your own person, too. You know, you are your own person, and, you know, I was a little kid, I always wanted to be with a good group of friends I always see, but like, you know, that's not how life turns out. You gotta go your own way and make somebody out of yourself. Like, you know, make your path, make your passion, you know, find your passion and excel in it. You know, grow your career, make money at the end of the day, and it's okay, you know. And what that entails is not seeing your friends all the time, not living next to them, but you gotta see the beauty in everything. Like me, like in the future, I do see myself like traveling. Like, if my friends live in different countries,
Mm-hmm.
that's so cool because that means that I can take a trip once a year to visit them at their different locations. And you never know, like, you never know. Once a year, we can also meet up at one location back in New London. You know,
Yeah.
like in the summer during Selfest or during like graduation, we just during a high school graduation, we just go and watch the graduation, hang out, like we reminisce on the old time. That's so cool to me. You know, I feel like that's almost a better idea than everybody living in the same neighborhood. You know, like I feel like it gives you the potential to explore it and travel while trying to visit them and reconnect. You know, so for me personally, I want to go. I eventually want to circle back to New London. Like, I want to be connected to New London in some way, shape, or form. I know life is gonna make you move far away. Life is gonna make you look for careers elsewhere, and it's okay. I feel like that will eventually be part of the journey. Just know that, like, my plan is at the end of the day connect with New London somehow. I love New London, man. Like New London's a great place, and like. And just just being a New Londoner, about Selfest, the football games, the graduation,
Yeah.
the summer events, man. Like, dude, the basketball games. Oh my, dude, there's so much in London. There's so much to do. Like, I love the community too. Like, it's a great time, man. It's a great time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people try to hate on Connecticut, but Connecticut's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Connecticut's pretty cool. Of course, man. You should travel outside Connecticut. You should check other places. That's an unspoken rule. Obviously you don't want to stay in the same corner of the earth for the rest of your life. You want to travel, explore, check out, live somewhere else, because that will expand your horizons. That will expand your knowledge, dude. Like, you gotta do that, man. You gotta do, like, dude. Every trip I've taken in my life, whether it's to Niagara Falls, for example, or like to South Carolina, or to like Georgia, or to Florida. Dude, like, all those experiences, man, they shape the way I view the world, and like, it makes me realize, like, one day I was just looking. There was a globe on a desk, and I was looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to locate Connecticut. Connecticut was so tiny, so you can't even see Connecticut. No, you can't even see the U.S. on that globe.
Yeah.
And then you can barely see Connecticut, and dude, you can't even locate New London. Cause I'm not gonna. New London's pretty small. And that makes you wonder, like, wow, I've been living in this little corner of the earth that you can't even see, like, from Earth. You can't even see from outer space. That makes you wonder, like, dude, like, yo, I have to, like, I can't be here for the rest. You have to expand your horizon, man. Going to college, man, that takes a lot of, financial. That takes a lot of, like, financial energy, motivational energy, emotional energy. Like, college, man, it's tough, but dude, like, it's a huge accomplishment. Thank you, man. Like, honestly, I can't believe to this day. It hasn't hit me yet.
Mm-hmm.
Has not even hit me yet because I'm so focused on getting money. I'm so focused on improving myself. And college was a huge stepping stone, and I recognize it as a huge stepping stone, a huge accomplishment.
It must have felt good though, like when you were on that stage.
Yeah, it felt
when you
crazy.
finally get announced
Yeah,
your
it
name,
felt
like,
crazy.
Esteban,
Let us
Muguruza.
go. Let us go.
Yeah.
Well, no, I definitely recommend college. It's cool. It's cool. If it aligns with your vision and your career aspects or what you want to do, definitely do it. And save money where you can. It's expensive. It takes a lot of money.
You mentioned a while back that in those 4 years in college that you finally get to be yourself. You
Oh
weren't
yeah,
yourself.
Because one thing in high school is that high school is so small. Of course, you're not gonna find everybody that's like you. Of course, you're not gonna like Northern high school, like what 900 kids or 1,000 kids. Of course, you're not gonna find everybody. Of course, not everybody's gonna be just like you.
Yeah.
But in a college, for example, UCONN is like what 32,000 or 34,000 people. You're definitely gonna find like your niche. I did feel like I could be myself or explore my interests or be with people that respected my interests and were also interested in what I was interested in, and that was cool because in New London, New London, everybody's different in New London. I feel like going to college filters out people, and you get people who with the same ideas. I want to get education. I want to get a bachelor's degree. I want to get the college experience. I want to meet new people or leave my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all there, open-minded. They're all there. They want to meet new people. They're all there. They wanna study. Yeah, no, it was a cool experience, man. I met a lot of people, great people, and and it circles back to what I was saying about Nolan earlier. I love the people. I love my best friends, man. I wish I could be with them for the rest of my life, but yo, you gotta advance your career,
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know, it hurts that during this pandemic. I want to say this pandemic probably erased a year and a half of my college experience. So to be honest with you, I only really had like a year and a half of college. If I'm keeping it real.
I feel like it took away some of your best years in college. The pandemic.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. But to view it like that is to undermine everything else in life. You know that of course they say college is the best years in life. But like at the same time, there's other things you need to be looking forward to. You know, I know some friends that are going through some stuff. They miss college and they can't believe the fact that they graduated. But
Yeah.
you have to come to a realization that you get to set something up for yourself later on in life, so you can look forward to it.
Mm-hmm. What was your degree? What did you graduate with?
I graduated with a mechanical engineering degree. It was not easy at all, but it's well worth it. For anybody out there
Why did you choose that?
I chose it because I wanted to. No, actually, no. Did I even choose mechanical? No, dude. I switched my majors like 4 times. I think. I came in as a business administration major, and then I switched over to biology. I think, and then I switched over to the School of Agriculture under Allied Health Sciences, and then out of nowhere I'm like. While being pre-med, I remember I was pre-med for a while. I was pre-med because I think I wanted to go to med school. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do actually. So I was pre-med that whole time, and then I was like, then I switched over to mechanical engineering. And yeah, no, dude. Thank you to all my mentors out there. You know, they inspired me to push me to seek a Bachelor of Science degree, and that's how it was. Yeah, man, it's crazy. All right, let's talk about Star Wars though.
Star Wars though?
Yeah, let's talk about Star Wars now. Yeah, no, I want to talk about this conversation. Star Wars, man. Let me begin that Star Wars, Star Wars has impacted so many places in my life. It has impacted a lot of things in my life. Like how I view things, how I react to things, my creativity, my persona a little bit. Stuff like that, man. I love Star Wars, bro. Like, Star Wars, was my childhood. I get inspired by the characters in Star Wars, man.
You introduced me to Star Wars, bro. You introduced me to Star Wars.
I know, this dude.
Yeah,
I turn off his TV. He was watching WWE. I turn off the TV and I put on some Star Wars. And I'm like, what are you watching? Dude, let me just begin with, everybody's favorite character in Star Wars has to be like a Jedi of some sort. Like, they're like, oh yeah, my favorite character is Luke Skywalker. My favorite character is Darth Vader. But honestly, dude, Brady, can you guess my favorite character?
Who's your favorite character?
Yeah.
It's a clone trooper.
Yeah, in general, the clone trooper in general is my favorite, dude. Dude, like, the clone trooper represents so much, dude. If you think about it, like, the clone trooper, and also stormtroopers, because they're also clone troopers.
Right.
At least the first generation, the first couple of generations. But when you look at the clone trooper, basically, if you look at it deeply, it's basically society's attempt to create people who are all the same, with the same ideas. They're all uniformed. They all do the same thing. They're all trained the same. They're not really trained to think independently and to be perfect. It's society's attempt as to create the perfect person, and it's done in the Star Wars universe. And the deeper meaning behind that is that what's it called? I mean, I feel like George Lucas does this perfectly. He explains the perfect person, which is a clone trooper, a person who's super intelligent, combat ready, masterminding strategies, super fit, super healthy, responsible citizen. Everything you would want in a person, I guess. Everything you'd want, like, in a person who, like, for example, like, let's just say a hiring manager would want in a person, But, like, if you dive deeply into that, like, alright, that's the bright side, I guess. But when you look in the deep side, like, all these people, all these clones, man, at the end of the day, they're all people, And I feel like in Star Wars, they're stripped away of their, of their human. They're stripped away of their, just stripped away of being a human. And, it's sad because that's what happens in real life, man. Like, we are told, go to school, we're told be perfect, we're told to be all this. And in this society, we're all trained, obviously you can argue about this, but like, people, that they're told to be perfect. You have to be number one. You gotta be super intelligent, you gotta be uniform, dress nicely, be this and this, or else no one's gonna hire you, and that strips people of, I guess, their humanity in a sense, because people like to express themselves. People, people want to do what they like, and sometimes they might not align with the ideals they put on you. That society puts on you. And when you look back at the clone trooper, they do their job effectively. They do their job effectively, and as you can see in the movies, like the clone troopers, they eventually turn into stormtroopers. But at the end of the day, like eventually all the clones die, and that should sound like a message to you in your head. Like all this for what? And the certain clones, the few clones, for example, Captain Rex, and I don't know if you guys watched the Bad Batch, but like clones who became independent thinkers, they seek their greater purpose, because as you see, the clones, they're misled, and they, of course, because they inhibited chip or whatever, they were misled to serve an empire that was malicious. And that says a lot. If you compare to society, that says a lot, man. That says a lot, because society's telling you to be a certain way, but like, do we think about what it's leading to? I know I'm sounding a little bit crazy, but you gotta think of it like that. You can't just watch movies just to watch a movie. You gotta look at the significance behind it. When you listen to music, you can't just listen to a song, because these songs teach you something. These movies teach you something. They want you to look at life under a different light. And Star Wars does that perfectly. I know some people, like, they don't watch Star Wars for that reason, but a lot of Star Wars fans, especially in the forums, on Reddit, in the Facebook groups, and the discussion groups, we all talk about the significance behind Star Wars and the teachings. We're not watching it because, like, oh my gosh, Darth Vader, you pull all his lightsaber. No, we're watching it because of the significance, the cultural significance behind Star Wars. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but George Lucas was a huge historian. He loved reading books about Greek mythology. He liked reading Roman history. He liked reading biblical texts. And and all that came to the culmination of what we know in cinema as Star Wars. If you watch Star Wars closely, you'll see Star Wars mirrors like the past. You see what Star Wars mirrors in today's society. And you gotta look at that, because that will make you look at society in a different way. That will make you appreciate things, and also maybe look at things differently. And that's the beauty of Star Wars. And specifically, that's why I like the Clone Trooper. The perfect person, but was misled at the end of the day for a malicious purpose. And that's why, like, I love the idea of the Clone Trooper, because everybody strives to be the Clone Trooper. Perfect, perfect person, resume perfect, all this, and like just a quick thought, we're all told to work 60 years, whatever, or to retire at 65, work 9 to 5 for someone else. And when I'm saying this, thing back to the Clone Trooper. But let's just say one day we die at our job, that job will easily put up a job posting for your position the next day. Same thing with the Clone Trooper, man. The Clone Trooper died and was replaced with a new clone. It's almost like they were expendable, and it makes you look at society in a certain way, Basically, at the end of the day, it tells you to, seek your purpose. I know everybody's trying to be perfect, but maybe slow down a bit, enjoy what you like, take care of yourself, stuff like that, man. And relating it back to the Clone Trooper, man, they strive to be the perfect person to serve an empire that at the end of the day did not serve them fully. And yeah, man, and that's why people like Captain Rex, they strive for a different purpose. They wanted to help another purpose, rather than the Empire's purpose. But to circle it back, guys, definitely watch Star Wars. Appreciate Star Wars. Like, Star Wars is really cool, man. I love Star Wars. I'm a huge prequel fan. I know a bunch of people hate the prequels. I'm a huge prequel fan. I love the significance of it, the music. I like the characters, man. Everybody hates on the dialogue, but you gotta understand the dialogue is put in a certain way, because it wants to mimic old texts, old speaking, and that's what Star Wars aims, and people don't see it. People don't see that. Like when people try to like bash Anakin for talking mad awkwardly to Padme, you have to understand that Anakin has never spoken to a girl before. He's just, for 18 years straight, he's just been training in the Jedi Academy. Do you think this dude would know how to speak to? Do you think so or no? No. So why are fans expecting him to be like perfect at speaking? No. No, all he knows how to speak is in the Jedi way. You think he's gonna know? Obviously not. You know, like, what's it called? In Anakin, Obi-Wan strictly enforced the Jedi rule on him. Like, you can't fall in love.
Yeah.
And that's why there was no such thing as him having, like, a girlfriend, I guess. You know? You know, the Jedi, they were trained, like, you know, they were told, like, oh yeah, don't fall in love. But is anybody gonna be perfect? Nah. No way anybody's gonna be perfect at that. And, you know, that shows, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, did I say it in a... Did I say it? I mean, then again, it's based on my opinion. I'm not trying to say that it is what it is and it's gonna be like this. No, it's based on my opinion, how I view. You can view it a different way. Like, I respect everybody's view, but this is one view.
Yeah, you're explaining Star Wars in your perspective. You're explaining how you saw it, you know?
Yeah.
And how what represented and what you saw.
Yeah, I hope that didn't sound like too like, oh no. This is how you're supposed to view Star Wars. No.
I didn't see Anakin in that sort of way though. When you said that this man never talked to a girl besides his mother before.
Yeah, you gotta, you know, like, I mean, it's my point of view, my opinion, you know, I respect everybody's opinion and views on Star Wars. It's cool. That's what keeps on, that's what makes Star Wars, you know, our views on it and how it impacts us all differently. That's the beauty of it. And yeah, man, it's all how you view it. Some people view Anakin as like, oh, what, bro, this dude's so awkward, but like, some people view it as, oh wow, man, that's what Jedi trained us to after 18 years. And like, dude, it's so cool. It's so cool, man. And yo, like, top three Star Wars movies.
Top three Star Wars for me?
Yeah.
I love no specific order, but Rogue One, Revenge of the Sith, and probably Empire Strikes Back.
I feel you with that one. I want to say my top three. I want to say 3.5 actually, cause I'm about to explain. So. And it's probably in no order, low key, because I appreciate all these, yo. I like Rogue One. I love Rogue One, bro. Rogue One brought brought a deeper dimension to Star Wars than you actually, you know, the people see. You know, dude, and that's what I love about Star Wars. Star Wars is so, people don't realize it, man. There's a purpose behind a 2-hour movie. The purpose behind these Star Wars movies is to leave you with more questions than answers. There's never gonna be a Star Wars movie that's gonna answer everything. No. Because that's the whole point of a story. A story is to leave you with more questions than answers. That's that's the whole purpose of an interesting movie. You know, we're all like, when episode 7 came out, what did we expect? Oh, like, oh my god, all the questions are gonna be answered. Now it left with more questions, dude. Like, and that's the beauty of it. And that's the beauty of Rogue One. All those characters, all those planets introduced in Rogue One. All these different plots in Rogue One, like, bro, what? Bro, they need to die more. This isn't, yo, that's why, like, low-key, I love movies, but, like, I like movies based on how I feel. If I just want to watch a movie to learn and to see more, then I watch a movie because it raises more questions and answers, which makes my brain start thinking. But like, if I want things answered, like, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I like getting things answered. Then I feel like movies not the way to go. I like series, but even then, series, they also leave cliffhangers at the end, and like, but like series, in the series you have what like 10 episodes, each an hour long. Movie's only 2 hours, so you get 10 hours worth of content, which is 2 hours in a movie. Dude, I feel like series are more perfect, because nowadays, you know, these Star Wars movies, they're too crunched in, and like, I feel like Star Wars is heading in a good direction. No more movies, which is great, because there should be no dude. If Obi-Wan Kenobi series was a movie, that'd be crazy. There's no way Obi-Wan Kenobi series could be a movie.
No way. Yeah, no way.
And to relay back to Rogue One, Rogue One could have been a crazy series.
It could have been a series too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think by introducing all the characters slowly into the culmination before episode 4. Come on now, dude. Disney's probably like shaking their heads like, oh man, we should have done that.
There is gonna be a series with that character.
Or Cassian Andor.
Yeah.
Before, what if it culminates before Rogue One?
Yeah, before Rogue One.
Dude, that'd be so great. Oh my gosh, yo, we need to watch that. That'd be so wild. And then this is my favorite movie of all time. I guess I'm biased. I'm not saying it right now. My favorite movie of all time. I can watch this movie every single day. I think when I was younger, I was watching this movie every single day. Star Wars Episode 3, bro. Bro, Star Wars Episode 3, bro. The significance, the cultural significance, and the underlying messages, and the plot and all that, it's crazy. To the culmination. The culmination at the end, oh my lord, bro, come on, bro. We were all shook when we saw episode 3. All the original trilogy fans, when they saw episode 1 saying, Anakin Skywalker meet meet Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yo, I bet you everyone lost their mind like, oh my lord. Yo, as a Star Wars fan, no Star Wars movie is bad. Like, no Star Wars movie is bad. Like, I appreciate every Star Wars movie for what it is because that's George Lucas's interpretation of what he saw in his mind. Of course, the movie will not be a perfect picture perfect, but you gotta see it for what it is. And no matter how much people want to trash it, there's always gonna be a strong, huge prequel community, and that's all that matters because we love the prequels. Yo, Episode 3, man. Yo, that movie shook me, bro. Like, dude, when Anakin turned to Darth Vader, come on, man. When Anakin, and then, yo, bro, the culmination of everything, how it connects to Episode 4, genius. I'm telling you, George Lucas is a genius. He's a genius, dude. Bro, that blew my mind. I'm like, bro, what? I feel like everybody appreciates Episode 3 in some way, shape, or form. Like, yo, Episode 3 was crazy, man. And that's what I love about it, dude. Just, like, I wish Episode 3 was a series, man. Because Episode 3 could actually be a series. Because Episode 3 was what? They said that in the movie, if you read the new, like, if you read the Revenge of the Sith novel, Episode 3 took place in the span of a week.
Only a week?
It was a week. So they should make a series of what happened in episode. Like, I know they can't really do it, but like, Episode 3, what I'm trying to say, could be a series, a culmination of events that leads to Anakin. Okay, I have no complaints with the story at all. I have no complaints. It's perfect. But what some people can't wrap their heads around, it's probably like the newer generation, is how does Anakin just convert to the dark side? Well, a series could explain that, like the culmination of events. Because some people think that, oh, you know, he turned to the dark side in less than 2 hours. No. It was a culmination of events that happened over a week. And through those culmination events, it was his grief for his mother. It was his desperation to save Padme from dying in his dreams.
Yeah.
And it was Emperor Palpatine, Darth Sidious, controlling his emotions. People, definitely read the novel. Definitely read. Star Wars is much deeper than what you think it is, dude. Star Wars, you gotta soak it in. You have to let it like sink in, man. Star Wars is deep, man. That's what I'm saying. I love Star Wars, man. I know, like you might read the title of the video, like Star Wars, like, oh, these dudes, like no, Star Wars is deep, man. It reflects upon like our society, and it basically, it reflects upon. Star Wars is the culmination of stories of people in the past. They tell you, they're trying to tell you right now, they're trying to tell you, fear leads to anger. So you fearing something will eventually lead you to be angry. That will lead to hate. And then hate leads to suffering for the rest of your life. Dude, it's telling you right now, yo, beware of that. It's George Lucas taking into account the Greek mythology, the stories of people from thousands of years ago. The biblical texts. For people that lived centuries. And his own experience growing up. George Lucas is what? When he made episode 4, he was like 30 years old. All of us are young, probably watching this podcast.
Oh, he was a young guy. He was a young guy when he made episode 4. And there was trouble. And he had trouble filming the episode. Star Wars at the time.
Think about it. It's George Lucas explaining everything he learned in his life, plus everything I also mentioned, like the Greek mythology, the biblical text. It's everything. It's all of his life experience. It's all of his life experiences in a set of movies for you to watch and learn. And it's specifically tailored, I guess, for young people because he wants them to learn. Like, hey, life is gonna be hard. Like in the Star Wars movie, there's a lot of grief in the Star Wars movie. Like Luke Skywalker, his parents died, and his aunt and uncle died. And he's been separated from his family. There's a lot of grief. Same with Anakin. His mother died. He never met his father. He's been separated from his mom. His mom stated, there's a lot of suffering. George Lucas talks like there's gonna be suffering in life, but please take the teachings. Do not fall into fear. Do not fall because it will lead to anger. That will lead to hate. That will lead to suffering. Obi-Wan, underrated dude. He's almost as good as Yoda. Well, I can't even say Yoda, but like he does represent the Jedi way, because you have to he doesn't attack, he defends, man. He defends. You can see it. And I'm saying he's underrated because if Obi-Wan just ditched the Jedi way...
There should be a Yoda series.
There should be, dude. If Obi-Wan just ditched the Jedi way, dude, and wanted to go to the dark side, dude, he could be one of the most powerful Siths, dude. All that power that he kept inside of him, Cause he could have, dude. I feel like he could have easily probably killed Anakin and a bunch of his opponents, but like he chose to defend. And when you're defending, you're not actually trying to kill, you're just trying to save your life. So I feel like Obi-Wan could have definitely been like a great, like his power untapped. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully in the Obi-Wan series we can see something like that. Yo, there's one thing I recommend. Definitely watch Star Wars with the surround system, like with good audio. Cause bro, Star Wars, dude, especially the sequel trilogy, dude, and Rogue One, the sound effects, dude, unmatched. Revenge of the Sith is pretty good too, but yo, the sequel trilogy and Rogue One, beautiful sounds. I want to say Star Wars really hits the nail on that. Like they're really good. I mean Star Wars always gets awards for special effects and all that. So yo, you gotta watch that and with a stereo system. Sorry, you don't have to, but I recommend it.